This is the story of two sisters, Jessica Tate and Mary Campbell. Jessica lives in a neighborhood known as Rich. Jessica likes life. The only thing about life she would change, if she could, is that she would set it all to music. The Tates have more secrets than they do money. We're approaching Mary Campbell's house. Mary, too, likes life. Unfortunately, life doesn't seem to be too crazy about her. As you can see, the Campbells don't have nearly as much money as the Tates. They do, however, have as many secrets. In last week's episode of Soap, Danny, unable to kill Bert, now has to run for his life so the mob won't kill him. Since this news would kill his mother, Danny told her that he was going off to be a spy. So far, he's managed to fool Mary, but not the mob, because when Danny appeared in disguise at the Tate dinner party, the mob tried to kill him. Fortunately, Danny got away. Unfortunately, Bob, the dummy, got hit. Confused? You won't be after this week's episode of Soap.
I was never so embarrassed in my life. Did you hear him? He tells them the real reason he's here.
They're gonna know, Bert. When I come in wearing blue and go out wearing pink, they're gonna know.
Shh, please. Quiet, man. There are people around. I hate it here. There are germs all over this place.
Darling, you want to wait downstairs?
It's depressing. Everybody looks sick.
Bert, it's a hospital.
Yeah. Who knows what you could pick up here? Look at him. Who knows what he's got?
Engine trouble. I got a little engine trouble.
Oh, well, hi. It's nice to see you.
I'm sorry if we woke you.
That's okay. I'm glad. I thought I was dead. Barney Gerber. Heart.
Jody Dallas.
Appendicitis.
I'm in for a sex change.
What do you want to change sex? If I remember correctly, it was pretty terrific.
No, I'm in for a sex change operation.
Oh, no kidding.
He's her son, not mine. That's her boy.
Well, not for long. So, a sex change. Wait a minute. Of course, I saw that once on a television show. Bill Bixby went in, and after the commercial, Sally Field came out.
See, I have three sons, real sons, really men's sons, kind of guys.
Look, let me get this straight. You're a fagular. You're a fagular, a homo boy.
Right.
Oh, mister, take it easy. Nice is what counts.
Hi there, Mr. T. Are we feeling better today?
We? What are you all of a sudden, my partner?
And how many times did we go to the bathroom?
You, I don't know. I went twice. And it was a long, exhausting trip for nothing.
Okay, I'm gonna take some blood now.
Take his. I got no more left.
Excuse me.
Listen, I can't stand this with blood, hearts. Mary, I gotta get out of here.
I'll meet you downstairs.
Okay. Are you sure about this?
Yeah.
All right, you take care of yourself.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You're sure you're sure?
Yes, Mom.
Oh, God, it's all my fault.
Mom, it's not your fault.
It is. It must be. I'm your mother. When things go wrong, they blame the mother. Ask anyone. It's a known fact. Psychiatrists get rich blaming mothers.
It's not your fault. It has nothing to do with you.
Maybe it was the piano lessons.
Mom, you have been a terrific mother. It's just the way things turned out. Look, I'm healthy and I'm happy. Feel responsible for that. You okay?
I better go. Bert's probably throwing up in the lobby. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
You'll still be...
I'll still be, Ma. It's just some tests are doing now.
Okay.
I love you, Ma.
Oh, I love you, too. Maybe that's it. Maybe I loved you too much. Maybe
You get out of
See you later.
here. Hey.
Yoo-hoo! Could you please open up this curtain? I hate this backstage life here. You know, after all the years of research, money, drugs, you know what really keeps me alive? That girlie.
Who?
Nancy Nightingale, whatever her name is. I take one look at that girlie and all the girlies like her, and my heart beats a little faster. Which is good because it's having a little trouble on its own. When I take one look at her and I forget that I'm Barney Gerber, 68 last April, with a heart that beats like a struggling moth. I forget because a 25-year-old Gerber looks, and he wants. And that's what keeps me alive. Wanting something. Just the one thing. Well, that and the corned beef my partner sneaks in here twice a week. But as long as you want, as long as you look forward to, kiddo, you can live forever. They'll have to murder you.
You're okay, Mr. Gerber.
Barney. Okay, why shouldn't I be okay? I got corned beef, a cutie, and now a nice fagula who maybe, if I'm lucky, plays gin rummy.
You're lucky.
I'm lucky?
Yeah.
I got mazel.
Yeah.
Oh, am I gonna have fun? Oh, no. Look, more blood. What are you, a vampire?
Not you this time, Mr. G. You're my victim. Your chart says you're here for a sex change operation. Why in the world would you want a sex change operation?
Boredom.
Why?
Look, I'm thinking of getting one myself next week. They say women live longer.
Okay, Mr. G. Nap time. You know, I think you're making a big mistake.
Is that a medical opinion?
Can I ask you a personal question?
Sure.
Have you ever, you know, with a woman?
No.
You're kidding.
Ooh, I think I'm missing something good.
Well, that explains it. You'll try it. You'll change your mind. Well, you don't know. You've never tried it. We're really very nice. How long are you going to be here?
2 weeks.
Oh, great. Well, that gives me plenty of time. I taught my cousin to drive in 3 days. See ya.
Incredible. You know, since I've been here, in that bed, there's been a movie producer, a longshoreman, and a hockey player. In 6 weeks, none of them could get to first base with that cutie. And now, without trying, in 5 seconds, a fagula scores.
And then what happened after your mother disappeared? Mr. Campbell, I understand these things are sometimes difficult to talk about, but... Mr. Campbell.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just dozed off. I do that a lot. I can fall asleep like that. So where was I?
You said when you were a little boy, your mother went out for a pack of camels one day and didn't come back for 5 years.
Look, this is ridiculous. My mother's got nothing to do with it. I know why I'm impotent, and it's ridiculous to come here and pay you to find out what I already know.
Why are you impotent?
I can't tell you that.
Very often it helps just to get these things off our chest. And Mr. Campbell, anything you say here is completely confidential.
Yeah, no matter how terrible it is.
That's right. But Mr. Campbell, everyone who comes in here thinks they are going to tell me something I've never heard before. And it never happens. We all have the same problems.
Hey, I know what you hear. You hear a guy fools around on his wife. You hear some guys like weird things in the bedroom. Maybe one or two hate women. Maybe somebody's in love with a goat. It's nothing. What I got is big. I mean, big. You'd be shocked.
No, I won't.
Yes, you will.
I guarantee I won't.
Oh, yeah?
Try me.
I murdered my wife's first husband.
My, that is a big one.
You want me to tell you how it happened?
You actually killed him?
Yeah. See, I had this construction business. I still do. Anyway, one day my first wife took my kids and left me. She just left me. No talk, nothing. I came home from work and there was a note stuck in a meatloaf. It said, "I'm leaving, I can do better." Yeah, well, I was pretty upset. I mean, my wife was gone, my kids were gone, so I just threw myself into the business. You know, it became everything. Then one day, Johnny and Mary Dallas come to me. They asked me to build them a house. And I do. I'm married. It was love at first sight. You know, in my job, you worked very closely with the wife, and I did, and I was with her all the time. And then I did little things when I saw the job was coming to an end just to be with her. Like when I put in the kitchen, I left out the sink. She had to come tell me the sink was missing so I could be with her. Yeah, I left the toilet out of the bathroom. The closet, it didn't open, no stairs, little things like that. Anyway, once the job was finished, Johnny Dallas comes to me, says he wants to be my partner. He says bad things could happen if I refused, and sure enough, accidents started happening. I even got beaten up by 2 goons. Then I realized he's a mobster. Then it all made sense. The accidents, the beatings, his shiny mohair suits. Anyway, then one night after work, I stayed on at the construction site, and I thought I got very depressed. I mean, I'd lost my wife, I lost my kids, I couldn't have Mary, and now I was going to lose my business. I decided to kill myself. Well, guess this is it.
Alex!
Johnny Dallas had come to kill me. It was my last chance. Turn over the business to him, or he'd kill me.
What, kill me? Hey, I was gonna do it anyway. Suicide, murder. Makes no difference to me. I'm all yours.
And then I thought, hey, this is crazy. I'm just giving up. Why should he win? I mean, I'm up there killing myself because of him, and he says he's gonna kill me anyway. Hey, so why don't I kill the killer? Then he can't kill me.
Hey, why me? Why not you?
Because I like that arrangement better.
And suddenly, I wanted to live.
You know, I've been thinking. And now that I think about it, I don't think I'm too crazy about this arrangement here. I mean, after all, you know, like if we were to say, take a vote as to which guy should go off this girder. Given your criminal record and not too charming personality, most people would pick you. However, I'm sure a lot of people would pick me. So rather than speculate, you know, because a vote could go either way, why don't we just kind of hang around and talk about it?
No more talking. We've talked enough.
Well, I don't know. It's a nice night. A few minutes more wouldn't hurt.
You can be part of this business, Campbell, or in 10 seconds, you'll be part of 40 seconds.
Hey, look out. Take it easy. Look out. You're
So I killed him. I pushed him off the girder. You got a murderer sitting in your office, doctor, right on your couch.
It was self-defense.
Yeah, that's what I thought at first, but then I questioned it. I mean, I loved his wife. Couldn't it be I just wanted to get rid of him?
Oh, I'm sure. But you never actually went out and killed him because of it. I mean, there you were, hanging from a girder 30 stories up. He had a gun in your ribs, murder in his heart. You had to make a choice. So you chose your own life. This would make a terrific screenplay.
So what? I'm not a murderer?
Of course not. Absolutely not a murderer.
Oh, Dr. Medelow, I gotta go now.
We still have some time left.
Yeah, I know, but I gotta go home and see Mary right away. You see, I came here because I had this problem, you know, and I couldn't. Well, now the problem's solved, and I think I can. Of course, but when I get home, it might be that I can't again. But we're gonna find out.
I really need this in my life, Dennis. I mean, I need to open this up and see this picture of you looking at her the way a cat looks at tuna fish.
Jody, it's a publicity picture.
Now, don't tell me. Joe Namath. Hey, that's right, you're Joe Namath.
No, sorry.
Listen, Dennis, I'm here becoming a girl for you. But if you've already got one, what am I doing? You think I need this? Think I'm looking forward to retaining water?
I got it. You're Mickey Mantle.
Jody, don't you think you're overreacting a little?
Overreacting? Dennis, this is not clip the zinnias, they grow back next spring.
Come on, Jody. I mean, look, I'll come back and see you in a few days, okay? Take care.
O.J. Simpson?
Oh, no. Hi.
Hey, Eunice.
Oh, hello there.
Corinne, how have you been?
Oh, you get such cute visitors. Mine are all old Jewish prunes.
Who was that guy, Jody? He looked familiar.
I thought it was Joe Namath.
You can tell her, Jody. She won't tell anyone. You know? Jody, tell me.
Oh, I can't, Corinne.
You told Eunice.
Well, we traded. She told me something.
I got something. And it's much better than Eunice's.
You can't tell him that.
Oh, not that. Something else.
There's something else?
Ooh, I want to hear that.
I'll listen to anything.
Oh, I can't tell you that one, but this one is pretty good. Ooh.
Is it better than Eunice and Congressman McCallum?
Congressman Walter McCallum? Oh, that's all right, sweetheart. Don't worry. It's safe with me. With my heart, they applaud if I'm still alive for dinner.
Well, what is it, Corinne?
Only if Jody tells me who that was.
Okay.
And then you'll tell me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm in love with a priest.
They is mere.
Who?
Father Timothy Flotsky. The closest I ever get to him is in a confessional. How's that for an impossible relationship?
Beats mine.
And mine.
So who was that?
Dennis Phillips.
Gott in Himmel.
The quarterback? You mean you and he are...
Wait. You and the quarterback? And you and a priest? And you and a married congressman? And I thought Jews liked to suffer.
Benson!
I thought you were alone.
Hello, Benson.
Hi, Benson.
Hi, Corinne. Nice to see you. I was just passing by. There's some stuff.
Thanks, Benson.
Now, don't think it's 'cause I like you.
Benson, duck and rum sauce and banana bread.
Well, I better be going.
No, stop.
No, Benson, we were all trading secrets when you came in. You can trade secrets with us.
Secrets?
Yeah, we each told our biggest secret. What's your secret, Benson?
I can't wait to hear this one.
My secret is I know all your secrets.
You know Jody's secret?
He's in here for a sex change operation. What's the big secret in that?
That's not a secret.
Who's that?
Gerber Hart, which gets weaker by the minute. I know a secret.
Jody, tell him.
Yes.
Okay. Dennis Phillips.
What about Dennis Phillips?
I'm going with Dennis Phillips.
Where?
We're lovers, Benson.
The quarterback.
Right.
Get out of here.
Everybody out.
Goodbye. Thank you, Benson.
Time for your IV. Now, what would you like? We've got dextrose, glucose, plasma, saline, 7-Up, Dr. Pepper, and ginger ale.
That's it. The pacemaker just went.
Pretty good, huh?
Oh, Danny, why'd you tell everybody to leave for?
Well, I figured they wouldn't want to stay. I mean, the last time I came around, we all got shot at.
Wait, who got shot at?
So, how you doing?
Okay, good.
Excuse me, what about this shooting?
So, how you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. I'm a little jumpy. I find myself whirling around a lot when I'm out on the street, but I'm okay.
Listen, Sonny girl, you mentioned about shooting. See, I'm a heart patient, and my doctor told me I should specifically avoid gunfire. Fatty foods and gunfire.
Well, don't worry about it, because I'm leaving.
Thanks, God.
Listen, I'll come back and see you in a few days. Will you still be you?
Yeah, but who will you be?
I'll surprise you. Take care, little brother.
Bye, big brother. Danny, your wig.
Thanks.
So, that's your brother. Well, he's a nice boy. Looks like Anne Bancroft.
Mary, I got your message. Are you all right? Oh, Jess, thanks for coming. I was just so depressed.
Oh, Mary, hospitals depress everyone. I mean, they make them that way on purpose, you see, so sick people will get well in a hurry and go home.
It's not just that. It's my whole life. I have one son who's about to become my daughter. I have another son who someone's trying to kill. I have a lunatic stepson and his dummy living in my house, and a husband who doesn't want to make love to me. That's not life. That's something by Tennessee Williams.
Well, Mary, at least you have something.
Something?
Yes, well, I mean, look at my life. Chester's always working, so he's never home. Corinne has moved in with Peter, so she's never home. And Eunice is always traveling around, so she's never home. And Billy's growing up now, so he's never home. And Daddy's, just never home. Do you know what I do? I wander around that big house all day long, not knowing what to do. I can't wait till 3 o'clock to talk to Dinah Shore.
What?
Dinah Shore. I talked to her. She doesn't answer back. She's on television, Mary, so of course she can't answer back. But, she has such a nice face, and she's so pleasant. I mean, I find it very comforting to have her to talk to.
Jess, you can call me. Why don't you call me?
Oh, Mary, I wouldn't want to bother you. My goodness, you have enough problems of your own. Besides, you're the one that needs cheering up today. That's why we're having lunch together.
Claire, you are so cute when you're mad.
I'm serious, Chester. If you don't leave Jessica this week, I am going to the Securities Exchange Commission.
There'll be no need to do that, my darling. No need at all.
Why, Chester?
Because I'll be leaving Jessica.
When?
Let me surprise you.
Well, Mary, I mean, if we didn't have unhappy experiences, how would we know when we were having happy ones?
Oh, God.
What, Mary? What?
Look at this plate, Jessie. Isn't it beautiful? The pattern is so delicate.
Mary, it's white.
That's what I mean. The pattern is so delicate you can't see it. Jessie, don't look.
Oh, my God.
Jessie.
Mary, it's true. All of it's true. Everything everybody's been saying all these years, it's true. I would faint if I knew how.
Will Jody decide to be a woman, or will Nurse Nancy convince him to be with a woman instead? Since Bert couldn't with Mary because he thought he was a murderer, now that the psychiatrist has told him that he isn't a murderer and didn't do it, will he be able to? Will Danny run out of disguises or closet space? And what will Jessica, now that she's discovered what Chester is doing, do? These questions and many others will be answered on next week's episode of Soap. This is the story of two sisters, Jessica Tate and Mary Campbell. Jessica lives in a neighborhood known as Rich. Jessica likes life. The only thing about life she would change, if she could, is that she would set it all to music. The Tates have more secrets than they do money. We're approaching Mary Campbell's house. Mary, too, likes life. Unfortunately, life doesn't seem to be too crazy about her. As you can see, the Campbells don't have nearly as much money as the Tates. They do, however, have as many secrets. In last week's episode of Soap, Jody checked into the hospital to become a girl and wound up meeting a girl who would like him to stay a guy. Danny has been running around in disguises, running from the mob. So far, Danny has not been caught. But Chester has been. Jessica met Mary for lunch and saw him kissing Claire. Confused? You won't be after this week's episode of Soap. We begin this week's episode of Soap shortly after Jessica and Mary saw Chester and Claire.
Oh, Mary, thank you so much for coming home with me.
Feeling any better?
Uh-huh.
Good.
I really feel like such a fool, Mary. I mean, all those years of not believing, and I still find it hard to believe. I mean, not that I don't believe it, Mary. I mean, I do believe it. I saw it with my very own eyes. It was Chester and Claire, and he was kissing her. And you know what is really funny, Mary? Chester doesn't even like to kiss.
Don't keep going over it, Jess.
You know what, Mary? I think we're cursed.
Who?
Us. All of us. I think that there is a curse on this family.
Well, if there isn't, there should be.
Benson, do you know where we keep the family photo album?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Would you mind bringing it to me?
Why do you want to look at those depressing pictures for?
Benson, they're family photographs.
They are depressing. A bunch of ugly people in old clothes. And then you got those dried up pressed flowers that fall out all over the place. And then the pictures crumble and you cry. Every time you look at those pictures, I got to do the floor.
Mary, I think I am on to something. I think that in those pictures we'll find the answer. Mary, did you see The Omen?
No.
Well, I mean, nobody believed Lee Remick when she said that her son was the devil and he was trying to kill her. And you know what happened? He killed her. And then, of course, everyone said, well, she was right. But, it did her a lot of good. She was dead by then. Oh, thank you, Benson. Thank you. Oh,
look at this.
Gee, I'm sorry, Benson. Look, Mary, look.
Randolph.
And where is Randolph, Mary?
Jessie, no one knows where Randolph is.
Exactly. Our brother, who fathered an illegitimate child with a Swedish maid and then disappeared into the wilds of Ecuador. Don't you think that's peculiar?
Jessie, Randolph was peculiar.
No, Mary, he wasn't. He was cursed.
Jessie, Randolph wasn't cursed, he was nuts. Any man who would go to Ecuador to sell wall-to-wall carpet is not a
Mary, look at this.
Who's that?
Well, I don't know who it is, Mary, but I saw The Exorcist, and that face is worse.
Oh, that's Mr. Tate.
Oh, my God, Mary, it is. It's Chester.
Yeah, on your wedding day.
It is not, Benson. It's our Halloween party because I'm dressed as Chiquita Banana. You think I wear bananas on my head to a wedding?
Don't ask me.
I wish I knew someone that removes curses.
Jessie, we are not cursed. There is no such thing as a curse.
Mary, how can you say that? Mary, look at me. I married a man who does you know what.
That's not a curse.
I have one illegitimate daughter who sleeps around.
It's not a curse, Jess.
Well, I have one daughter who doesn't even go out on dates.
That's not a curse.
Daddy still believes the war's going on.
Not a curse.
All right, Mary. Your first husband committed suicide. You have one son who's gay, who's going to have a sex change operation. You have one son who's a spy. You have one stepson who lives with a dummy. And you have another stepson who came between Corinne and me, and your husband won't make love to you.
You're right, we're cursed.
Mrs. Campbell.
Yes.
I'm your son Danny's employer. May I come in?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Oh, it's nice.
Where is he?
House hunting. He's been driving me crazy, you know. Every time he goes into a house, he's gonna look around all the rooms. Mrs. Campbell, about Danny, you know. I'm a little bit worried about him. He leaves so suddenly.
Listen, Mr. Ogie.
Smith. Giorgio Smith. My friends call me Georgie or Georgie boy. My mother calls me Face. My father calls... Forget about my father. He's not relation.
Danny's not here. He's in Europe.
You have his address in Europe?
No. Just Europe.
Well, you know, this creates a little problem for me because my boss wants me to find Danny so bad. He says if I don't find him, then nobody's ever going to see me again.
I know who you are.
Giorgio Smith.
You want to kill Danny, don't you?
Kill? Kill Danny? Where do you get such crazy ideas from? Kill Danny, eh?
Ma, lachem, shalom, gewolten, Meshuggah, how are you, nieces? Rabbi Maccabee here collecting some money for trees. Hello, mister. You look like a fine gentleman. Nice hair. Nice Jewish people. Campbellbits. It's a nice Jewish name.
It's Campbell.
Not Jewish. Well, forget the trees then. I don't know why they want more trees anyway. Israel is a jungle from the trees.
Wait. I'll get you some money.
No, hey. Aspetta un momento, you know. There's a lot of phony balloonies going around here collecting for things they just make up. You got credentials?
Credentials?
Yes.
Do I have credentials? You want credentials? 5,000 years of suffering. How's that for a credential? You want credentials? I'll give you credentials.
All right. I'm sorry.
Credentials, he asks. Bar mitzvah, chopped chicken liver, Tel Aviv. A regular credential. Mr. Schmarty Pants, your head should grow in the ground like an onion. You want credentials. Wholesale a credential.
All right, Rabbi. I was just trying to be careful. There you go. And Mrs. Campbell will be in touch with you, eh?
You want more credentials?
No, I don't.
I'll give you some more credentials.
I'm sorry, Rabbi. Let me give you a check.
Ma, it's me.
Danny! Oh, God. You know who that was? They want to kill you.
I know, Ma.
You got to get out of here.
Ma, it's all right. They're gone.
You're not a spy, are you?
No, Ma, I'm not.
Oh, God.
Hi, How you doing? Mary, will you give her money to every crackpot that comes around?
Bert,
It's for a good cause, right? I know, that's what they all say. What is this for? Trees, I bet, right? Huh? Trees? Huh? What is with your country and trees?
I don't know. Maybe they got a lot of dogs.
Danny!
No, Danny! I was just leaving.
Boy, Dan, you had me fooled. It's Danny.
I know, Bert.
I gotta go. Ma, I'll come back again soon, I promise.
No, the back way.
Oh, okay.
That's a great outfit. Hey, Mayor. Hey, Mayor, I've been looking for you all day. Where were you?
I was with Jessica.
Hey, Mary. What do you say, how about we go upstairs?
Why?
Why? I see. It's been so long you don't remember. All right. Okay. Now, see, Mary. What I'm trying to say is, why don't we go upstairs? You know, and kind of lounge around. Come on. No. Mary, I saw Dr. Medlow today, and guess what?
What?
I think I can.
Now? Yes! Oh, Bert, not now.
Not now.
I'm just not in the mood.
Not in the mood. Not in the mood for 6 months. All I've been hearing from you is when. Now all of a sudden, I'm not in the mood.
Bert, how can I be in the mood? This morning we took Jody to the hospital. This afternoon Jessica found out Chester has been unfaithful to her. And a few moments ago, I found out the mob is trying to kill Danny.
Well, that kind of lets the air out of my tires. So to speak, you know.
Hi.
What are you doing here? How'd you get in here? You gotta get out of here.
I have to talk to you.
No talk. We've talked enough. That's it for talking.
Tim, I'm so unhappy.
You, what do you think? This thrills me? Corinne, you can't be here. This is for priests.
Tim, you know that guy I live with, you know, Peter?
Come on now, Corinne, don't start. Come on now, up on your feet.
But I have to talk to you.
No, we've done enough talking. Leaving. You're gonna leave. You're not gonna talk. Come on now, up.
But Tim...
No, but Tim. Only one word I listen to. Goodbye, Tim. Well, that's 2 words. Let's say goodbye. Goodbye, Corinne.
Goodbye, Tim.
Good. I like that. You did that well. I need your help. This business with Corinne is getting to be too much for me. See, being a priest means more to me than anything ever has in my life. 10, 12 years ago, remember what I was like? In high school, I majored in motorcycles. I was a bum, a nothing. And then I found you. I came back to the church and I became a priest. And I love it. I love what I'm doing. And I've been really happy. Except for one thing. Corinne. I mean, she stirred up all these old feelings. Hey, I know I'm a man, and I know we all have those feelings, but I think I'm getting them too much, you know? So I'm thinking, maybe there's something wrong with me in the priest department. I understand tests, and I know you've given some humdingers in your day, but... Are you gonna send Corinne in once a week for the rest of my life? Because if you are, I think we're gonna get to a week there that could embarrass everyone. I mean, I don't know. I thought I had the calling. But now, I don't know. Do I? I'd ask for a sign. But quite frankly, knowing the kind of signs you give, burning bushes, flooding the world, I think I'll pass on the sign. I mean, you get a little flamboyant with the signs there. Excuse me, flamboyant. I'm telling God he's flamboyant. Well, thanks for listening. I feel better just having talked. And if you got an answer, all right, you could give me a sign. But nothing crazy now. Please. Goodbye.
Dennis, what do you mean it's not such a good idea that I have the operation?
I don't know. I mean, a sex change operation, it's such a drastic step.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Dennis?
Well, it's just that... Well, I've been thinking, and maybe it's not such a good idea.
Why? Dennis, what's going on?
I'm gonna marry Jill.
You what?
Excuse me. I have to go meet Mandelbaum here. See, he challenged me to a race around the hospital floor. I'll be back in a week or two.
You're gonna marry her?
Yes.
Well, that's one wedding night they could show on Saturday morning television.
Jody, I'm sorry.
Oh, I love it. The homosexual and the starlet are getting married. You'll kill each other fighting over the electric rollers.
Jody.
You're gonna marry her, Dennis? Do you have any idea what you're getting yourself into?
Jody, I'm scared.
Well, I don't blame you.
No, I have to do it. Jody, I'm a football player. That's all I know. And soon I'll have to earn a living from having been a football player. I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I can't do anything else, Jody. Look, even if you had the operation, I mean, sooner or later people would find out. I'd never be able to find work. I can't do it. I don't want to marry her, but I'm scared. I guess you'll have trouble believing it, but I love you. And I'll always love you. Sorry, Jody.
Okay, I'm fine. I am fine. Sure, I'm fine. Boy, I can really pick 'em. No sense being a girl now. Actually, there's no sense in being. It's checkout time. Make life a lot easier for me. Mom, Bert, Anita Bryant.
Time for your pill, Mr. Dallas.
Nurse, hemorrhaging 514, quick!
Would you look at this? Very nice. What, are you trying to tell me something? Just a few of these, and a couple of the yellow, and love the lavender ones, and a whole bunch of these. I wonder how long this will take.
Jody? Jody, did I ever tell you about my wife? I know you're not in the mood right now to hear stories by old men, but you'll listen. Because it could help. You see, my wife, Jody, my wife was a wonder. I swear she was a miracle, Jody. She used to walk down the street. The whole Bronx would light up. I used to stare at her in amazement, thinking how lucky I was. And after 15 years, I still stared at that woman in amazement. She was all I needed, Jody. I had the whole world right there. If I died, I could have died happy. The trouble was that she died. One day, he wakes up, little lump. 6 months later, bing, bing, the light goes out on my life. Oh, boy. I tell you, I walked around for months. I was doubled over. It's like somebody slugged me. I went through the normal routine of daily living. I ate, I slept, I went to the bathroom. And in between these three major activities, Jody, there was a lot of pain. I never thought I'm ever going to fall in love again. But, well, a few years later, I met a redhead. Not like my wife, no. Entirely different. So I ate, I slept, I went to the bathroom, and one day, I laughed. One day I noticed, I laughed. Then another day I hummed. And then soon after, I sang. Well, I married her. No, Jody, if we weren't happy, in entirely different ways. It wasn't better, it wasn't worse. It was different. There I was, miserable Barney Gerber, happy again. You see, Jody, you see how smart I was? I thought I'll never love again. I thought I'll never be happy again, huh? I also thought I'll never have to say goodbye again. Yeah, 10 years we were happy, Jody. And then one day, some maniac with bourbon in his blood, something on his mind, runs through a red light and stops Barney Gerber right in mid-song. Yeah. It was 16 months ago. Well, since then, I have eaten, I have slept. Occasionally, I went to the bathroom. And I had a heart attack. So I said, Gerber, that's all. You're finished, forget it. What? It's never going to happen again. Once was wonderful. Twice was incredible. A third time? What, you're kidding yourself. Come on. Third time would be asking for a miracle. But you know something, Jody? I don't really believe that. If I believed that, I wouldn't be here in this hotel letting them sew Dacron into my heart to hold it together. I wouldn't be here begging my blood to visit my heart at least a few times a day. You know, to keep it going. I wouldn't be here at all, Jody, if I didn't believe there could be a third time. Listen, my kid. I know that you don't feel so terrific right now, but wait, Jody. Wait. Someday, I guarantee you, you're gonna hear somebody laughing, and you'll turn around, and it'll be you.
Are the Tates and the Campbells cursed? Are they just having a run of bad luck? Is Danny's rabbi disguise good enough to fool the mob? Is it good enough for him to perform Passover services? Will Father Tim get a sign from God? A phone call? A mailgram? Something. Will Jody live? These questions and many others will be answered on next week's episode of Soap.